Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So this is an idea for a system to help give people the ability to regulate policies at a much more rapid pace and a much more intricate and involved manner, essentially. So, basically how they have weather alerts and amber alerts, it would be just like that. Like, except anytime anybody had a good idea that was in line with the general culture and the way of doing things of a particular area, they could send that idea to official government headquarters, and that government headquarters, once they approve that yes, it is something that could potentially help out this culture and it's going along with the way things are done in this particular area, they could then send that message or that new policy or that new appeal or amendment for a pre-existing law or something like that. They could send that message out, broadcast it out, much like an amber alert or a weather alert, to everybody in the immediate area. And everybody would be able to see it if they want to, or if they don't want to see it, they don't have to see it, but it would be sent to everybody. And if they click on it, they could look at it and they could choose to support it and recirculate it. They could also choose to add in any of their own information, any type of ideas they might have. They can make it better. They could also criticize it. They could do whatever they want to it. They could also choose to disapprove it. They could choose not to have any say whatsoever. And these type of things could all be sent, or a system would allocate all of the supporters, the non-supporters, and the people who didn't choose, and all the opinions and all this and that, and all the information could be stored to a central type hub or CPU or an area where you could have predetermined people that have been elected by the people to not even really decide on things, just to evaluate the maybe you don't even have a person, maybe just have a system. Maybe it's better to have just a system and just take out a person altogether, because people do have the ability to be corrupted. It is what it is. We live in a time and place when there's a lot of corruption. So anytime you can have a robot or a system in place of where a human could be, which would mitigate or lessen the ability or the chance of corruption, I think that's a good thing to do, because we have an issue with it. So anyway, you'd have that, and you'd have that system. You could have that system look at all the supporters of the potential idea and all the people who didn't like the idea, and maybe if they got a certain amount of supporters of the idea, then that idea could then be sent to like an official ballot. And each month, that's the way I like it. I think each month we should be voting on new policies, because things change all the time. And it's like one policy may sound good, but you really don't know how good it's going to be until it gets implemented. And sometimes they take longer than others, but sometimes it doesn't take very long for people to realize, hey, that was a bad idea. So by doing this, it would give people the immediate, essentially, rapid, I shouldn't say immediate, but it would give them a rapid ability to change policies that aren't serving the will of the people. And because it's being broadcasted to everybody in this particular, city, as long as you have a smartphone, or even if you don't have a smartphone, there's like places you go in the city to where you can see the new policies of the day. Anybody that's a part of that city could choose to support it or not support it. And all those results would be sent to a centralized area or unit and tallied up and figured out, what the consensus of the people is. And based on that consensus of the people, that's how you would get policies put into power, not from all these senators and all these electoral colleges and all these other loopholes and systems and pulleys and ways of doing things. It's just too much getting in the way. Like, just make it easy. Just have a simple voting system, have it accessible to anybody. Anybody that has a good idea can share their idea. And like I said, as long as it's in the general, parameter of the city, then there's no good reason why it shouldn't be shared with the city. And people can choose to look at it if they want to, or they can choose not to look at it if they don't want to, and they can choose to support it if they want to, they can choose not to support it if they want to, and they can choose to also add on to it if they want to. And by adding on to it, they can have their own, they can choose to put their signature to show that it's from them if they want, and that's something that could be associated with them, and then put into their dossier or their resume or whatever it is. And this type of way would help ensure that the people have more of an active role in the government, and that their voices are actually heard. And then also, when people come up with good ideas, commoners, or just whoever knows where these ideas come from, but it gives those people that can come up with good ideas an ability to actually share the ideas with the public. Because I feel like I've got a few ideas that if I had the ability to share with the masses here in not just America but the whole world, that a lot of the world might want to be supportive of these ideas, and we could start to really implement real-time solutions to help solve a plethora of all these problems we have all over the planet. So this is just a way to give the people back more power back to the people. So, all right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.